pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'd like to call the January 2nd, 2024 meeting to order. The first thing on the agenda, we need a motion to appoint Scott Monsek as our new town attorney.
I'll make the motion.
Motion, second.
Second.
Second by Chris. All in favor?
Aye.
So carried. Need a motion to accept the minutes of the prior meeting on December 18th.
I'll make the motion. I'll second.
Motion second. All in favor?
Aye.
So carried. Correspondence from the town clerk.
I have a lot. I have the resolution to adopt the town board meeting procedures, the resolution to adopt the procedures during public comment section of the meetings. I have the 2024 appointment list, the 2024 investment policy, the procurement policy to be reaffirmed, the official undertaking of municipal officers. I have the legal ad for tonight's meeting is here on the table. I have the building inspector's report for November. I have the executed agreement for the Deer Park Humane Society, the planning board monies collected for all of 2023, and a flyer with regard to the veteran banner program, which there's also one hanging out on the bulletin board. If anyone wants to see this, it'll be up here. And that's all that I have.
Great, thank you. Board member reports. Amanda?
Not much to report, just that as far as I know, we will have a planning board meeting on the 17th of January at 7 o'clock. That's all.
Carrie?
I don't have a lot to report. I did attend, some of us did attend also, the Tempe year-end holiday party between the town and the village. It was the first one this year. We had a great turnout. I think everybody had a good time, so looking forward to doing more events like that in the future. I just want to thank Kathleen and Amanda because they were really helpful with setting up and cleaning up and making sure everything went smoothly. And then I just wanted to recognize Julie. On Christmas morning, early, their village had an emergency building situation, and she responded to the village immediately and organized to look at the building outside of the area, so I want to thank her for doing that on a holiday. And then today, I did create the court officer listing on Indeed. It should be approved soon. And then Dean, I picked the paint colors with Paul yesterday for the addition. Okay, that's all I have.
Great, thanks. Chris?
I really don't have anything other than the holiday party was a great thing. It was nice to see members of the village and the town get together. Some people, don't really talk to you too much, so, other than that, I really don't have anything personally.
Thanks. Jim?
Not much, man. Just village meeting will be this Thursday at 7 p.m. That's all I have.
Okay, great, thanks. Highway report, Dean?
With the addition out back, excuse me, the only thing left outdoors is landscaping, which we'll do in the spring, paving, but the siding and everything is buttoned up, gutters are put on, the fence was put back up. The only thing left is there's some wires hanging outside the building there for cameras, security cameras. As Carrie mentioned, I got the paint chips today. We got the paint, we'll probably start painting tomorrow. We'll get it painted this week. I have a salesman coming out from 84 Lumber to give us estimates on trim work, the materials, drop ceiling, and the doors. I'm also considering prices from the Home Depot, see who's cheaper. So probably, I know we got a winter storm coming, our first one in a while, this weekend. So pending it's nothing major, we'll start on drop ceiling probably Tuesday, next week.
Dean, did we ever have Howie come in and give us a quote on the door locks for that? I know you guys put the boxes in.
I thought we had. I know
Okay.
we put all the boxes in for him.
Yeah, yeah.
I thought he had looked at it, but.
Okay, all right, I'll call him tomorrow, maybe just double check.
Yeah, I just wanted to make, I'm sorry, make sure one thing, I spoke with, Brian Latimer earlier, he just wanted to make sure that you guys email.
Got his email
About reserving
for the
pavilions.
for the date of the pavilion, yes.
Okay,
Yep.
thank you, sir.
Hey, Dean, quick question, youth center, do we have gutters up on the youth center in the front?
I believe so.
The front by where the kitchen is? Cause I saw a lot of water coming down.
Where the two roofs come together, I know it spills over. We might be able to do something there. What we did was when they did the landscaping, they did like a rock garden there to keep the water from splashing. But, I'll look at it tomorrow.
Okay, cause I noticed a bunch of the water running down in the front, where the windows are, in the kitchen area.
Yeah, I thought we did put gutters on it, but it's a
Just-
while
I
ago.
couldn't remember, just looked up real quick.
Is that it, Dean?
Yes, that's all I have.
Great, thanks. Mike, please.
Nothing too much. DC and I attended Chang's graduation from the Ulster County Police Academy, and very proud to find out that he was second runner-up in physical fitness, first runner-up in education, and then overall received the top cop award for the academy. So that was a proud moment for him, of course. It was nice to see that and hand him a certificate for that. Other than that, unless anyone has any questions, that's what we got.
Great. Village report is Bob here?
I got something.
Oh, Brian's here, there he is, sorry.
Thank you, Julie, for answering the phone at 7:03 Christmas morning. Wasn't sure what to do. We had kind of one of the firemen pulling out of the firehouse, hit the main support of the firehouse, and obviously it couldn't happen on a worse day, so thank you. And to add to it, it took our building inspector 26.5 hours to return my phone call. So I thank you. This is the second emergency that we've had. Mix was the first one that you guys have responded to, and I thank you for that. The last board meeting the village had, we extended the election hours in the village an additional 6 hours, so they're actually 6 AM to 9 PM now. Haven't been like that, and I don't know how many, probably never, but now we're gonna actually have a normal election time in the village. And what was the last thing that I wanted to tell you? I guess that was it. That's all I have.
Thanks, Brian. At this point, we're looking for a motion to go into executive session to discuss a personnel matter, actually a couple of personnel matters, and to consult with our attorney, and to invite Julie in at the start of it.
Make that motion.
Motion, second? Chris got a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, and we will be back hopefully quickly. Famous last words, right?
A little time left.
Definitely.
Yeah. It's all business.
I don't get much.
I gotta finish up one wall first, so you guys gotta back wall, right? The one wall they have to finish back wall. And then paint.
So it's like 1.5 walls.
And then mine,
They said they need probably 2, maybe 3 days, because they gotta pull everything off the wall and move furniture.
yeah, but it shouldn't take long. Yeah, you just slide it out and do what they gotta do.
When she was talking about gluing stuff down, I was like, is the word David touched? No, no, that's not it. That's really cool. Well, she's very excited.
I eventually
Yes,
want
she
a
is.
station. I don't know if that's something that you
She
guys
loves it.
still do.
But she's.
It's been a while, like I want her to be supplies in there.
Even when she went to
It's a lot of
preschool,
extends, things like that.
meltdown because she could miss a letter. Cool, you let it.
Yeah.
And her brother, who's 2 years younger, just younger. And it's funny because my oldest niece has a boy and a girl. The boy is
No, that's
Somebody took it, no,
type A all the way,
I can
OCD.
email it to you.
And Emily,
God
bless her, she's like in her own little world, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure it's something to do with it.
Sorry for those late, that's what happens when.
Really nice. It was very nice. New Year's Eve day, I had friends over who I used to work with. We started with brunch. By like 5 o'clock, everybody was gone. And I was supposed to be going out that night. I was supposed to be going to the mornings. I called up and said, you know what, I'm too old for this. I can't go all day long. By the time I get cleaned up here, there's no way I'm gonna come out again. Are you kidding me? Absolutely. People are so unthinking. Of course. But if she wants to talk to you, she's going to probably.
I like the one with someone wants to, they're not accepting the burger. I have those. I got shot right crazy. So, everything should, yeah, everything.
I can understand that.
So, if I go.
Oh, yeah, I hope it didn't ruin it for you.
It's a nice gym over there.
Yeah.
They got everything. It's amazing. Same pretty there. Two girls there. They work out together. Not like baby to work out. But I would still get like I said, I would eat here.
I mean, I have concerns with the mom and dad, but it's not.
I didn't know. I only heard of that because of Eli Manning.
Yes. Oh, wow.
Because I used to work here and I know how long it's.
Idiosyncrasies, yeah.
That's all in caps.
That's what you asked?
Nice one. I don't know where you guys get your stuff from, Staples.
Oh, my.
Look at me laughing.
I get 4. And then you go.
I can't sit there.
Minute.
26.5 hours.
I didn't know it was down.
You didn't get a text message, Christmas?
I'm just starting. Yeah, I really just, I just want to look at search.
I'm not sure if
We just need you somebody with them.
Richmond is
I did a bike.
I like the black, but they're harder to keep with them.
That's what he called harder. I thought he lied and fire inspector.
Well,
Yeah, so it's the same thing, right? I can tell you that how easy it is.
Yeah.
we added
I wound up calling the engineer. I wound up calling Todd.
I have a rower, sometimes I'll look it up, it is working, but it's hard, it's hard, yeah. That's good for your mom. That's right. Yeah. But after 10 minutes, I'm done.
Well, you know what? I was having I couldn't get any traction, so it probably came from there.
Well, this was. Those people are like. Top down, pulled out, this was a fire alarm here. Of all places. Twisted the main support of the building side. The main support of the building, this concrete block holds up the main, steel of the building. No way in the world am I making the calls, the building's safe, not safe. So I call. Thank God someone had came up to Brian. I know nothing about what's underneath, I have no idea. They wound up pulling the block.
I was going to see it, for sure, yeah.
So he came out. This is frustrating to me. So he gets in, so far, he's wheels on the fire truck, the perfect straight. The person who's put it in before him, put it in perfectly straight. You don't believe. So this is a still shot, so you can see as the truck gets closer to the center hole. And this is the part of the truck that actually hit that broke out all that. And then the next picture, the scratch. So he didn't do a tremendous amount of damage to the truck. The first mason that came up, they already had a mason came up, he told me $7,000. He can't do it for like 3 months. That ain't gonna work. I have the second guy. Now the problem with the second guy is he's not a one-man team, so now it's prevailing wage. And we talked about what he has to do. So I already told the team about moving 2 trucks down here, getting a remote like they did at one point, because 2 bays, 1 bay, you can manually lift the door, but Dutch's overhead door was over there, it's so twisted. If I had to guess, I'm gonna say between 10 and 15 grand.
Yeah.
That's my guess. They had a rip sheet rock. Listen, it is what it is. It's an accident at the end of the day, so I'm not.
Yeah. No, I know.
But it's, and you know that it had to happen at 6:05 Christmas.
Yeah, well,
Anyway,
the other
Sounds like
is this.
I don't think he's gonna do
I would have had all fire. I get it, it's Christmas morning. Listen, it's not Sunday morning, it's Christmas morning. Wasn't expecting anyone to answer the phone. The only reason Todd answered the phone is he thought there was a problem. He came down. We didn't get billed for it yet, but I'm sure we're gonna get something. And he came in. This is the second one. First one was mixed. I didn't make the call for it. 911 call. Right. Because she asked, why would the town use 911? It's not me. Right. If I called both of you and they didn't, I'd say call whoever you can get.
But yeah, she's going to those things. So he's going to handle that. You'll get the you know, all of that.
Yeah.
He has much more professional background, so it makes sense for her to handle it.
I get it.
And he's fine with it.
I get it. I just wanted someone to come tell me when it's
Oh, I
okay.
know, yes. And
I can't believe, listen, I'm thinking, a truck full of water, if he was over another 6 inches, and the mason comes in today and goes like this. None of these blocks have concrete, because if they were filled with concrete the way they should have been, then it was a thing that we went. So what do you do now? You don't go after the guy that built it? I mean, if it collapsed, maybe. Well, they say he's only, they say, well, John told me that he was alive. He was, yeah, I know, John told me he was alive. I said, you can't blame. So I had to get him over there. I reached out to Russia, and then I reached out to this guy here on the wire, and they both sent me, so I have a list of like 5 people, but it needs to be done with this.
Good morning, yes, I knew it was Christmas Day, everybody was waiting.
I don't think let me say this to you, I don't think anymore I actually have your numbers. I think I would have done it, no, I did. No, yeah, you might have my number, but I only have your email.
Okay.
So I would have texted you, I would have texted you from my village phone.
Yeah.
This way I have everyone's
But
number.
what was happening, it's true, Nikki was an attachment.
It wasn't.
I kept trying to download, and the phone burned up, it was getting hot, so I had to delete all the attachment stuff. Well, once Christmas was over, and I had time to look at it, I was out of date, that was the problem.
Christmas is just a, I think 3.5 hours ago. I was frozen from the core to the core. Again, they told me, and I'm like, oh, let me take a shower. So I went up there, and I'm thinking, you know, I had layers on, don't get me wrong. I didn't have enough to do that. I didn't have enough. Well, he took himself off. And again, listen, called Jason, he goes, what do you think you're gonna do? I said, Jason, I have no idea. So he told me to send out we have $2,500 talking about, we're talking 15 grand. He's probably not.
Right. There's no way.
I know, we have to. We're gonna go to $2,500, which is still a lot. And listen, you know, Tony says to me, and, you know, he goes, why don't we put a steel, column in there? So our engineer, and he goes, Brian, if you want to put a steel column in there, I have to redesign plans, and it's gonna have, I'm like, forget it. We just want it back the way it was. Like, at the end of the day, that brick is cosmetic. And the mason today is, you see many of the brick, or we stacked it all on the side of the building, because you don't want to buy brick. Brick is through the roof. So he goes, I don't even care if they shoot up a little bit, I'll use the other side. I just, I'm a little anxious.
Do you want to put my number in?
I always have my other phone, right? Yes, hold on. I'm just saying, I know that I don't have your number.
Yes, yeah.
For whatever reason, I just don't.
Usually twice a month I do like to do that, so, yeah. So, very nice to be part of.
That's good.
But the village one I have under mayor.
Well, let me say this, if you call that, if I don't carry it with me, I usually close.
I actually got them from a friend who got them and then they fit her right, so she asked me if I wanted them and I said sure.
Now I can't say it on
They're
there.
cute, they're like nothing I was telling you for myself.
Because I don't think I have what he calls. I don't want to text anyone from my phone, because I like texting from the other phone. Because the problem is, like, I have this, so I'll take pictures, and then it's funny, I text them over the time, and then I get. Ladder came up, and I yelled at him, and I'm like, Brian, listen, I have an 18-year-old kid, when I get home, I don't care if it's 3 hours from now, he's gonna be asleep. Get out of here, go home, you have young kids. There's nothing you need to see, go home. I'm happy that he came, don't get me wrong, but just, when you have young kids, forget it, I don't want to.
Not more than, that's their whole time.
That's their whole time.
Yeah, that's important, I'm sure.
Hopefully I find out about your shirt system.
Yeah, we have the whole thing about forever, I think. Yeah.
It's, dealing with protocols.
You know, my mother was amazing, he was Christmas. You ever go back to Palo or?
Oh, that's nice, that's nice.
I just wanna make sure you know. I can't check.
Not cheap, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I feel like that is definitely something that you can't skip.
Right, look at my desk. It's the one room I really didn't get to. But it's hidden enough stuff on it that people couldn't really get. Many piles of stuff. But I had this one very shallow cardboard box. Put stuff in so you wouldn't get mixed up with the rest. Cleaned it out. And I found these 2 hometown bills. I gave copies of these to Cindy if I've gotten the money back. One was for the stuff we bought for next year's My Dad Against Crime. So that was like over $100. I did, but we never, she never gave me a check. I didn't know if she'd give me a check, that's the thing. So, and the other one was for the bags that I bought for Thanksgiving deliveries. So, and I knew I'd handed in all the food ones, but, so cut blasters, I knew she'd be able to tell. I sent her an email and I explained, I just found these things, I said, you've probably reimbursed me for it, but before I throw them away, I want to make sure. So she said, I'll look tomorrow. She called me up and she's like, no, I never paid you for either of those. I was like, well, that's why they're still in this box, I guess. So she gave me a check today. To do it, and I must have written a check, put it in my purse, and then the other one, I must have written another check, forgot my husband's brother, and then some additional things. So then like 2 weeks after, and they have to be $1. Well, you know, I just found a check for the kids that I'm not gonna pay for the kids. Did I write a second check? Yeah, but I didn't want to write a second check. Just like I completely forgot that I wrote the first check. And I just like, but there's no job. What? Said to see between Thanksgiving and everything else that we were doing. And then with the seniors, for the Christmas meeting, I went out and raised money and get it back. So I said, next year, I have to keep a ledger. Obviously, my mind is not as sharp as it used to be. Especially if you felt like, oh, I got paid for this already. Yeah. And I remember emailing the receipt and saying to Cindy, you can just print this off. But I couldn't remember, like, getting a check that big. And it is so good. I sent that to her today. I said I was really ready to just write it off and say, oh, well, it's my donation if I didn't get paid. It's not right because
Yeah, it was quiet. It's
They were already out. And listen, it's not like it's just pure house. Like, listen, I want to say something. We've had this, this whole section.
Whatever they intended to bring in, and it was always like, so it's
wow. Yeah. So it's coming out. Family members. That's cool. The first 2 years I did.
so we watched Carol's morning. You had to like somebody had to turn the satellite.
Then we had the first week.
Yeah, we had
because also you get a study. Yeah, really?
I think sounds good. I think that's a really good idea. It does
Oh, it doesn't have your chin.
Very nice.
Normally they do these, and I leave. And then the next morning I just go on, look at the, put the video to the very end and see if anything went on afterwards.
Yes, you have.
You have to, right?
I guess
And bucks each 100 pounds.
You just have to blow it up before.
Yeah, it was a little bit of my diet.
said that they were gonna do it, but he was.
I
made
it that hard.
So, I mean, it doesn't surprise me that.
That's how heavy it's not for you. So we'll trade, what do you call those now?
What does he wanna do?
Okay.
Yeah, they can't.
Well, that's the whole thing, I may not.
You're right.
Yeah.
It might have been a rule. We looked for good things, it's funny.
We don't really push.
Rick before the firehouse, so people and then we changed the main brick that was on the front of the house. Almost guarantee you 1960. I don't, it's an emergency. And I'm gonna make it's gonna probably be it's gonna be estimate for 7, so I'm expecting well, now that you're asking, you're not one of the
That's one thing that's gonna happen. Pipes are breaking constantly. They're, well, that's 200 years old.
I don't know. Okay, is it?
He's doing it for, beauty. And I was like,
Yeah.
God bless him, he's the same age. Because he was like, this is my name, my dad just a little bit older. But he's still doing foundation, blocks. Laying block. I was like, I looked at him, I'm like, what are you still doing?
6 in the morning. I learned something.
Really?
One side is a little wider than the other.
And it was like,
You know why?
when I bought the house.
No, when you go to grab it.
Yeah.
You actually have like, almost like it flares out. One side block. Yeah. You want the football versus my block. It's not by much. It flares out. His hands are that big. They grab a whole block.
Yeah, no, it's every one home.
Oh, right.
What are you doing?
And think about the foundation, you're in the ditch.
On some of the.
God bless him.
He's old school. His son grew up and moved up.
Late 70s, early 80s. And it was in the 60s that they stopped using it. Wow. We're supposed to have stopped it.
Oh, yeah, he was a supervisor. Yeah, he's.
Still.
But when you listen,
Oh, yeah.
it's kind of like when someone has an accent.
Yeah.
But, I mean, she's when you grow up, you know what you do. You just know.
said for DPW guys, we just got done doing work from elevation. He goes, on one side of the building, you have to drive around, so he goes, the highway guys were driving with their salsa, right? Chewed away the first three blocks on the building. And she chewed it up. And he goes, you can literally take your fingers and certain sections and push it. So he goes, so they bring me in, and he's like, okay. So he had to literally jog up the ground, take out certain sections and read them. And he goes, I've never seen brittle fries. Well, we gotta wait, we gotta look at it.
Just today, I talked to her, I said, "Did you ever find it?" She said, "Yeah." And I said, "So this is a girl, basically through senior, she's not a senior, but she's coming to with us. She works at a hospital 3 days a week. She wants to know if I know anyone who needs assistance. I mean, just she's qualified. So I'll tell her the other one doesn't work out.
No, it's not. There isn't.
No, there's nothing.
No, there isn't. How do you determine that? That was a fake out, because I would have thought that was.
Oh, but this guy was just a first. I showed the file when he goes, what's the name of the bed, brick on the bottom, as long as we still get a couple verses, he goes, if you take the brick right there. And well, you know, it's interesting, about that is, I guess the brick from the firehouse came from North Hospital. In the sixties, they went down the building, and that's what
They got their condition was permanent. And
oh, that is that
That's always called a brick when we work there.
where is that? It's out on.
And then,
that's not
no,
the story.
back
They
in the
did get
hospital,
the paper.
went out to another street, got left
And
the first right, for condos. That's what they made. When we moved that pond,
The two building inspectors came and walked, did the walkthrough, made the hit list of stuff, that it's all minor, but the stuff that they have to address, and then, so it's probably interesting, you know.
We need about 4
But
weeks.
yeah, and that was at the last board meeting, they announced that, so. Well,
And that's why
most people don't understand, what's that?
right behind the water.
Well, that's the thing, they're keep it, so she doesn't go somewhere else.
Yes.
And they're working hard to try to make that happen. Great.
That's gonna call.
Right.
I actually have blue slate.
I don't know if they
Yeah, I don't want to
have,
I don't have any screening on
was
this.
how restricted their classes.
I took this slate on,
Restricted.
plate.
Well, the kids are there, you know, they still want to be using the building.
They smell good.
It's true.
Right, it's a cave.
It's cool. Cool.
So, but I mean, it'll get them on their feet. But yeah, she talked to me about it, she said that he was the new village attorney. They got their approval, they still don't have it. You know, that's really good. And the building inspector really can't move forward without that, but no one, you know, she said, okay, we'll go in and we'll do the walkthrough. So they're ready as soon as we have that piece of paper. So, it's just listening. Yeah, and that's where you can't get it.
I'll leave the light on.
Yeah. And I said, you know, that's one of the parts taken away from me.
Best thing I do.
I said, I couldn't get it because
I have a right there.
he just wants to make sure that the letter covers everything that's been agreed on in the last 3 years. I can see you guys doing
I
that.
have one in my basement.
Got 'em.
Yeah. Get them on tennis rack one. I have one in my basement, and when I first moved down, I put all these glue traps on the ductwork, and I left them there. And, so I go in there and set myself up, I go in there.
It's
Find a
so.
bathroom. But here, it's like, so anyway, I get a ladder, I go off, I was stuck in that. It was disgusting how many
Well, the bank has had it. Really?
Tell them when
You know, apparently they had, they took a couple of dumpsters, had a load of stuff back there.
Yeah, I saw it.
And my brother-in-law said you could, the lights were all.
When
you
did
could
they
see
dig that up?
that they were painting and stuff.
That was the week, like 2 weeks ago. I don't wanna know, that's when they're,
Yeah, I know.
that one was getting deep.
Yeah, the
But the one
last
on Briarwood,
the
the boys were taking out the flowers.
Yeah.
We're not getting enough.
Oh, yeah,
It's so very different.
Put an order in everything. One and done.
that was last year.
Oh, okay.
Last year was our.
That's pretty good. You went to school with my niece Nikki, didn't you? Yeah. So, I was when she was there on the weekends, you know, playing and stuff, and she said, this is my last trip, I can't do it. But I think today at 8, she said anything else, the tuition is coming down. Such a shame, but anyway.
Yeah.
He
We'll give him a plug.
hit it. And so he says to me, no, it's not signed. What did you see? And he told me, well, those stuff happened. I'm so, thank God, it must have gone to someone, but I mean, it wasn't listed.
But it's because he's on hold, that's the date that, you
Let's see.
know what I mean? Kind of funny. Coincidence? They moved it in the middle.
Such a cool house. But I said to him, well, I can imagine all of this with all that there. I said, if you walked into the house, it's, you really just felt like you were stepping into the community.
That's what I would have. I would have done
Yes.
I wouldn't be surprised if she said remember they were in his office and then everything moved on? So he's on the wire. So instead of the electric wire.
Can we do that? Remember my cousin Brenda saying she had to go through like every sock drawer because there was kids stuck inside. Yeah. I think when they do something, we just say, send it to the Salvation Army, and if there's cash in it, there's cash in it. You know. Every picture I see of your baby, it's like a shrunken version of your head. That's a big Yeah, he does.
We're just not gonna forget it.
Go back to you. Nah, you don't have, the cheeks are different. That's the thing. Yeah, it's all the same.
Probably because he's spending it before the day.
Wow.
I know, listen, there's no level of it.
Yeah, just Michelle was like, something stupid. Work all day, yeah, real. My sister babysat for quite a few years. She worked. She worked full time when she had Crystal, and then she had Nikki, she worked part-time. Until she had to babysit, she said, forget it. So she babysat for years. And she said, kids would crying and hold on to her, that they would go with the mothers when they showed up. Leave it there. Yep. So then, my sister, at one point, after Susan got sick, she only had one kid, she was babysat, but she didn't know what she was like. In fact, I remember Susan had family pictures, and there were always 4 children. Was they considered Kelsey part of the family? So I would have done that, Kelsey's looking at, she had to, she started going to those nursing, right, she needed to make her money. So, she, I forgot where she had to live first, she had a whole bunch of jobs. And this woman was a babysitter, and after like 2 months, she came to her and she said, would you babysit her 1 more year until she's in school? I was like, I can't get by on the money. And she said, how much more do you need to stay home with your kid? She said, okay. So she stayed home another year. Oh, wow.
listen, they're not that big dog. It's an accident, an accident, and I get that, but, so we went like, an accident, one place is I think I go down and another. That's the problem. He was like watching it. And then he gets the
What happened?
I'm sorry.
Nice.
You want me to talk?
Real good. Oh, isn't that nice?
Clearly not mine. I'll hear from my wife as soon as she walks in. The one in the world is mine. And hold it on mine. I don't see anyone else doing me, okay?
That's great.
I always wonder what happened to the flags, what they did with it.
You want your bags? You want your bottles? I'll have to have them with me. Yeah.
No, it was the battleship New Jersey. No, it
Chris
was,
McGarden call you?
it was, yeah.
From the soccer?
Maybe.
Yeah, because I got Chris Furman.
No.
No, I mean, maybe, I didn't maybe I'm not ready for it.
It's still like.
I just want to tell people. No. We talked about it. If your problem is not on you or the other person.
He's already doing your calls. Really? But I think.
I'll do this, hold on. Yes. There's no reason you should. There's no reason you should. If that's what you're waiting on, there's no reason. I understand from his point of view, and I hope he explained why he wanted to leave you guys. They see you work. I trust me, I get that. I get that. I'm just telling you, Sally reached out to me tonight and, great question. Great question. I'd be ticked off if I got a fee. Anyway, yeah, so no, yep. Now when I see the building that's there, logo has got in the bottles, stacking them up as high as they do. And the neighbors will see this plan, Mike's rings and that.
Yeah, it was.
No, I think Kevin over bagged the bottles yesterday.
That is your fault.
My question is, why would they cash them in?
Yeah.
I thought Bob
Why would they cash them in?
No. She came in here over that. 10 more, you say, over the other box.
If this was the first time they'll be able to do it, it's gonna take a while.
new business.
I don't know when that stopped, I can't answer that.
See, he probably.
Listen, they don't do it. I don't know, they don't take candy. They don't take
Ordinary.
That's my own skill. Of course, fill a bag, probably $15, $20. You ever see the video of?
With the kids thing.
Strong plays.
And then I have to deal with her in the morning. Not tomorrow, not till Thursday, so.
$15. So when you take bottles, you right by his car. They don't pick up bottles in the food. Too heavy. If they can. So all the bottles you want, you can pick up all the bottles you want. The cans,
People too?
couple. And they don't take the big ones. They take glue. The water's under the nickel, right? They take glue out of it. Wasn't that a Seinfeld episode? When they load up the mail truck? Yeah, they take all the cans from New York, and they put the mail truck on, and they put it on, and they burn the name. They don't take bottles. But they were so cheap, they did it on the mail truck. Listen, be happy you're getting paid for that shit. Oh, what did I have for you? Diane, hey Diane, what did you give me, Frank? You gave me a local law. It's sitting on my, it's sitting on.
The weight limit.
The weight limit. Yeah, you weren't at the last meeting, so it's sitting on the thing.
I completely forgot, I was gonna send it to you electronically.
I'm not that way, but you either come see us or you're not getting it.
The copy you had was the first one, and it was updated in the '70s, and it was last updated, what was it, 2003, I think. And the fines are like 200 and 500. Well, better than 10.
It's, I have a copy sitting there. It's the one that was on mine, with the ebook 360, $10.
I mean, we'll make a lot of money on O&R.
Oh, we're going to.
I write him every day.
Well, that's not.
Oh, wait.
Oh, that's not.
Where?
And I
You
looked at
haven't
how
counted those. Isn't that interesting? Yeah. I used to using a lot of road.
Have you seen how many poles there are? Yes. There's a lot.
Oh, no, I know just the government, I just was surprised that they had to go on and look. I didn't, in all the times I used it, I've never looked through it, so because we forgot to put it. Oh, look. Yay, come on out.
You all right, Julie?
Huh?
You okay?
Oh, yeah, I was in there the whole time.
We were concerned.
No, just first couple minutes and I was out. I'm good, thank you.
All right, welcome back. Yep, make a motion to take us out of executive session at 8:30.
I'll make the motion. I'll second.
Motion and second, all in favor?
Aye.
All right, we're gonna resume with our agenda. So we got new business. The first thing is the 2024 appointment list, which I'll read it for everyone. So the accountant is gonna be KKD&N CPAs. The assessment review board clerk is Linda Frank. The bond attorney will be Oric, Harrington, and Sutcliffe, LLP. Part-time bookkeeper is gonna be Angela Cangelosi, budget officer Paul Ricard, building inspectors, code enforcement, fire inspectors Julie Musial, Heidi Volpe, building department clerk Deborah Taylor, confidential secretary the supervisor Marie Babilo, court clerks Francine Heppis, Myrna McIntosh, deputy highway superintendent Andrew Pagati, deputy supervisor Carrie Lee Carey, deputy town clerk Elizabeth, how does she pronounce her last name? there you go. The dog control officer is Melanie D. Ramundo, and the per diem is Robert Bennett. Emergency management coordinators, Paul Ricard and Sean Burke. The Hidden Valley Plant operator is Mike Brock. The assistant is David Brock. The historian Nancy Craig. Highway clerk Amy Hasselmeyer. Planning board clerk Linda Frank. The planning board attorney, it's not on your list, but we'll give a new list to you tomorrow. Kathleen is gonna be Glenn Plotsky from Plotsky and Bovoso. Planning board member reappointment to a term to expire in 2031 is just John Riccici. The police clerk is Charlotte Formosa. The registrar of vital statistics, Kathleen Myers. The deputy is Elizabeth. The special prosecutor for traffic court for Thursday nights with John Goldsmith is John Bach. Tuesday nights with Joe Hoskins is Leonard Kessler. The tax collector is Kathleen Myers. The deputy is Elizabeth. Town attorney is Scott Bonasek. Town engineer is blank at this point. We will be making an appointment in the future. Planning board engineer is Pittengaro and Deutsch Consulting Engineers. The zoning board clerk is Linda Frank. The zoning board position that is up is not gonna be filled tonight. The designated banks are New York Class, Orange Bank and Trust, and Walk Hill Federal Savings and Loan. The meeting nights will be the first and third Monday nights unless otherwise by the town, approved by the town board. And except as follows due to holidays, payroll, postage, and utilities will be paid prior to the audit. I will be the delegate, and Chris will be the alternate to the Association of Towns. The Times Herald Record is our designated newspaper. The investment policy, we're gonna be making changes, and we're gonna be voting on it tonight. The procurement policy is being voted on tonight without any changes, and the mileage has gone up to 0.67 cents. So that is the appointment list, and again, we'll be making some changes, or making some adjustments at the next meeting. Question?
I have a question.
Yeah.
Times Hall Record,
Yes.
can we look into a different record, a different newspaper company? I just feel that no one reads the Times Hall Record, and it just,
Is there any other options for us? That's it.
that's it. What about the other one, Epic, or?
It's weekly.
That is not.
It's a week. I agree, unfortunately, I think we're just stuck with it.
It's a private.
So we need a motion for the, approve the official undertaking resolution.
Again, approve the appointment list.
Oh, I'm sorry, motion to approve the appointment list.
I'll make the motion.
Need a second?
A second.
Second, is a motion and second, all in favor?
Aye.
Nay.
Opposed?
Nay.
Nay, so carried. Need a motion for the official undertaking resolution?
I'll make the motion.
Got a motion, need a second?
A second.
There's a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. Need a motion to accept the 2024 investment policy?
I'll make the motion.
Second?
A second.
Motion is a second, all in favor?
I'm gonna abstain because my wife works for one of the banks, Orange Bank and Trust.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? There's one abstention. Chris? We're going to motion to reaffirm the procurement policy from 2017. Motion,
Make the motion.
and a second?
Second.
Motion second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. We have our procedures for public comment, which has not changed, it's the same ones. We need a motion to approve that.
I'll make the motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. The committee list, everyone has it. I don't think Kathleen got the updated one. I'll give it to you. Motion to accept the proposed committee assignments.
I'll make the motion.
I'll make the
Second.
motion. Oh, second, sorry.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. All right, next item is the repairs, emergency repairs for the Hidden Valley Sewer Plant. So, I know you guys are dying to hear this story. So there's been, I spoke to Mike Brock, I'm meeting him tomorrow at the plant. I've not ever been in the plant. Tomorrow I'm meeting him to get a tour for myself. There was a suggestion and a recommendation by him to purchase 2 membranes. The water flow was peaking at 80,000 gallons last week, which is far in excess of our allotted amount, which is 60, and our daily average, which is 15. After speaking with the planning board engineer who has experience working on that plan, Jason Pinyara, we've decided to, or I at least don't believe that it's appropriate, and I think everyone kind of is on the same page, to spend that money without investigating whether there's alternatives. It's also not as quick as a fix as just putting these units in. It would have to be an approval process through the DEC, because we'd be increasing our flow rate. So I think we're gonna be having a discussion by the next meeting, or at the next meeting, on our appointments to the, as an engineer, and hopefully the engineer will work on trying to resolve that. Obviously, it's when it rains, right? And the numbers are going through the roof. So hopefully, I don't know, you know better than me. I did find the video of all the cameras that went through there. You can see it, and you can see that, it does look like everything is flowing properly without any holes, but obviously water's coming through. Jason believes, and again, this is something we'll have to look into in talking to him, there's at one location, there's a creek, and he said the pipe goes under the creek, and he thinks that is the majority of the water's inflowing there. I mean, I don't know why that hasn't been looked into, not really sure, but something that we're gonna look into. So at this point, I don't think we'll be making a motion to spend any money, something that we're gonna be working on hopefully in the next couple of weeks, to get that done. The next item is to authorize myself to attend the new town supervisor's school, and it is January 17th through the 19th. The cost is $587 plus whatever the food would be. So I'm looking for a motion and a second for that.
Make the motion.
Second?
I'll second.
And all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. The 4-H had reached out to me. One of their issues is snow removal. They don't have the capacity to do it. One of the things in the law, it allows for us to do intermunicipal agreements with Cornell Cooperative Extension. They had asked if we'd be interested in providing that service for a fee to them. I had spoken to Dean. Dean said there would not be a problem in doing that. It would be obviously not live as the storm's going on. This is an after snow event clearing, no problem or anything?
No, I just don't know what to do for cost of it.
That was
I'd have to meet them and see what they need to have cleared.
So maybe I'll call Lucy and tomorrow and see if you can meet up with her?
Yeah.
Okay. And then Scott, Rich Golden it's Rich Golden's firm is still their attorney. So
4-H?
yeah, so if you could reach out, there's a woman, she said.
Kelly.
is there-
Kelly Norton's
Yes,
is
that's
the
right,
main.
yep. So maybe for the next meeting, we can have some kind of agreement, so.
Just let me know after you.
Is it just
Okay.
no
Right,
clearing?
let me know
or
once you have a-
salt?
Yeah.
Just snow clearing. Just snow clearing, she said it's after the storms are over, just to clear it.
Okay.
So, and again, we'll be able to discuss it. Need a motion to pay bills, abstracts 51 and 52.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second it.
Motion second to pay the bills. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. Old business. Is there any old business? Oh, correct. So, yeah, under old business, last meeting, it was brought up to hire a additional building inspector, code enforcement officer. So we're looking for a motion to hire Mark Brennan as a contract employee to do code enforcement and building inspections for us on an at-needed basis.
I'll make that motion.
A motion and seconded, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. Any other old business? No? Okay, public comments. You can just come up and just say your name, just to help with Kathleen.
Mike Mayor, Hidden Valley. At the last meeting, I asked the board that time about writing a letter to the developer. Was that done, or?
Yes, Matt said that meeting.
So he said that the lawyer or somebody was gonna look it over and send it out, so.
I'm assuming it was, I can check into it.
And the next thing is the blueprints for that storm drain. Did you?
Yeah, we're gonna ask Jason about that when he talks to him, so.
Okay. All right, because we've kind of looked into some of that stuff that's over there already, a couple of the neighbors. And it's really strange when you see water going down on the right side, going into a drain, and then the drain down below it has nothing in it. And then you go over to the crossway, and there's water across from the drain into that one. So some places is water, some places not. That's one of the reasons why I wanna look at the blueprints, because the only other way to do that is put a snake through it and find out where that thing goes to. So, I know they used to do, sometimes they did combined sewer and storm drain systems. I don't know if they did it back then, or, that's why I'm trying to find out the blueprints. That plant, what we were told, was made for 300 homes. And I'm assuming that it's probably not at this point. So, when you say you wanna go ahead and, possibly order another 2 more membranes and all that, that's just putting a Band-Aid on the situation. So I appreciate you guys holding off on that. And, if we could be involved, some of the members that are, community guys that are here, and be involved with that, we appreciate that. The other thing I think we need to do is start looking into a grant writer, because I think the community is tapped out as far as, paying for this plant over and over and over again.
So I'll just follow up real quick. I spoke to Denise Quinn from the town of Wayanda, and she has given me the name of their grant writer, who just recently got a pretty sizable grant, so we're gonna reach out to him and see.
Russell Budd?
Correct, and see what his fees would be to write that grant.
Yeah, he writes grants for a lot of people,
So that is something that we're definitely going to do. And I'm gonna call Jason again tomorrow after tonight's meeting and just see if he can find those blueprints.
Well, somebody has to have them, whether, they're technically the town's blueprints. So,
I agree.
I mean, I'm not looking to take them home.
They've looked all in the building. No,
I'll look at it here and, I'm in construction, so I know how to read the blueprints, so it's just, and they might not even show, what I surmise. So, and what time are you meeting?
Mike,
Yeah,
tomorrow at noon, if you'd like to come by, you're more than welcome.
I appreciate that. Okay, thank you.
Anybody else? Anybody else in the audience?
If the Hidden Valley people are done.
Yeah, come on up.
Just a couple of quick things. Community Advisory Board, we are going to be meeting on January the 23rd. So we're kind of back on schedule, because at least January is the month that we're supposed to meet at the state facility, and we will be. The normal date would have been the 16th, but they were not available and asked us to move it to the 23rd. So any concerns anybody has, just let either the supervisor or Jim know. They're both on the board, and we'll bring those up. Switching to seniors, I gotta find my date here. Saturday, February the 3rd, the seniors have a winter boutique fundraiser scheduled. It's basically a vendor fair. We've done it in the past, and it is to raise funds for the scholarship that we give to a graduating senior each year. So that will be on the 3rd. If any vendors are interested in setting up, the tables are $30 a piece, and you have to make your reservation by January the 20th. So they can get a hold of me, and I'll put them in touch with the people.
What was the date then, the 3rd or the 13th?
The 3rd.
The 3rd.
Saturday the 3rd, from 10 to 3. They
And
do
where?
have a flyer made up,
Where's it at?
the senior center, I'm
Senior.
sorry, which I will get to you for the website and the Facebook page as soon as I'm not electronically. I only have the paper copy, so they're doing a good job with that. They're pretty excited. And the other thing with the seniors, I already spoke with the supervisor about it. I've been in touch with, or they've been in touch with me, Senator Scofus's office. He will be stopping by the senior center this Thursday morning with a donation of COVID-19 test kits and N95 masks for the senior population. And so he'll be meeting there and then going to make a really quick stop at Devon's Gate in case any of the people at the senior housing complex couldn't make it down to the senior center. So we really appreciate them thinking about us. As they pointed out, you know, with the flu and COVID-19 both starting to skyrocket again, they felt it was really important to get these test kits and masks out to the seniors, who, since they are the most vulnerable population. So we really appreciate that. That's all I have, unless you have any questions. Okay.
Anyone else? Who's in my, all right, board comments. Start with Jim on this side.
I don't know if we should discuss this, but the class on Sundays, the Chinese class, who's gonna let the folks in?
Well, I had volunteered, but I'm not gonna do this.
I have church, I had spoke to Mila when she brought it up to me, so I have an issue of timing. Because I was not able to attend that last meeting, it was decided at that time.
What time is it?
1 to 2.
Well, someone's gonna have to be here, obviously.
I can let them in this Sunday, I can't do it every Sunday.
No, that's fine.
Okay.
I'll run the rest, it's just the Sunday.
And my other question was, the rental schedule. What's the rental schedule look like for us? We usually have our weekly rental checks.
Well, there's an opening, and I had to talk to Paul to find out what the schedule is. I think you're first.
I just had mine last, this is good.
I don't know. We can.
Who comes up with the
tomorrow.
schedule? You have it?
I don't come up with it.
No, I mean, where does it, well, who
It's
did?
just rotated.
Oh, it
Yeah, it's just a rotating,
All right, so we'll talk
one week,
tomorrow.
yeah.
Do you want me to configure it?
No, it's just that there's an opening because now Matt is not here, so I didn't know if Paul was throwing
Oh,
in there,
okay.
and what, you know, like that, so.
Tomorrow, we'll just sit down and we'll
Okay.
get it. Is that okay? We'll get it out to everyone?
That's it?
I don't have anything.
I don't have anything.
I just have a so, there's a Association of Towns training coming up in February, which I believe some other board members wanted to attend as well. I have searched online, I have searched their page. I cannot find, I just wanna go for the classes for the day. I don't wanna do the whole stay over or anything like that. I didn't know if anyone else was having issues finding this, or.
I couldn't find it either. I'm like, had to book the hotel reservations, not just the class.
Alright, I also am as well asking for permission to attend, but unfortunately I don't have the,
We'll do it at the next
Okay,
meeting
so,
for whoever
right.
wants to go. Yeah, yeah.
okay, alright. So just wanted
Cool.
to bring that up. That was all.
All right, so I just had a couple things that I just wanted to mention and follow with you, Mike. So one of our plans is, and we're gonna be working with the town attorney to create a local law creating a Hidden Valley Sewer Advisory Board. And that's something that hopefully we're gonna be working on the next couple months to give, not just voice, but to give you a group out there that's gonna be invested in it and can communicate, because I think that's one of the issues seems to be like a little bit of a communication issue.
So that's something that I'll be working with Scott on as we move forward in the coming meetings. Sooner rather than later, it's not something that's gonna be long-term, so that's something that we are working on. Tomorrow, I will be sending a memo to all the department heads. So other than utilities, to include the diesel and the gas, but other than those bills, moving forward, for the immediate future at least, any spending, the department head will do a voucher with a quote, and if it's something that needs to be justified, maybe a little note why we need to spend that money, and then we will review it and sign off on it, and either we'll purchase it or we will not purchase it. There's a few reasons for that, to try to make sure that we're in compliance with the procurement policy. It appears that we are not in last year following the procurement policy. In addition, we can't seem to find the budget file for this year. So at this point, it's pretty impossible to see, other than we have the physical budget, but all the accompanying documents and notes, paperwork, what have you, we can't seem to find that file. So that'll also give us some time to try to locate that file and maybe make some more informed decisions moving forward with the budget. But I'll be sending everyone an email tomorrow. Obviously, if it's something that you buy on a regular basis, like, you know, your cleaning of your stuff, like, we're not, you know, the utilities, we mean like those things that are recurring. But the other items, we're gonna need prior approval. And again, to kind of bunch of different reasons, so. And the agenda, so again, I guess, I'll outline this in a memo of the department head. One of the things that we're gonna really concentrate on, it's in the procedures that we put in place this year, is to follow the agenda. So everyone that needs an item put on the agenda will have till the close of business on Thursday, and then on Friday, with the preceding the meeting, on Fridays, I will put the agenda together. It'll be posted 72 hours prior to this meeting, and then we're gonna stick to that agenda unless there's an emergency. Obviously, if there's some kind of emergency that something has to be added, we'll add it, but general things, hiring of employees, taking employees off probation, purchasing, you know, special items, putting things out to bid, all those things will be needed to give to us by the close of business on Thursday preceding the meeting. So that way, the public knows what's going on, and all the board members can get all the accompanying documents so that they're informed to be able to make the decision before the meeting. So, and then again, I'll be sending that out to everybody. So, and that is all I have. So at this point, look for a motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion.
Motion, second?
Second.
All in favor? Thanks everyone for coming, and we'll see you in a couple weeks. And the next one's on a Tuesday as well, right, because of the holiday?
Yes.
Yeah, so the next one will be in 2 weeks from tonight.